Hey everyone, I'm showing you how I make a copper rose. It's made of fairly thin sheet metal and the majority of the work can be done by hand. The first thing you'll need are templates. If you go onto Google and search for flower templates, you'll find plenty. Print and cut them out. Go ahead and trace your templates onto the sheet metal with permanent marker. Be careful not to drag your templates across your drawings as the marker may smear. I'm using inexpensive scissors. You can get them at the dollar store or from Harbor Freight. Now that you have all of your basic shapes cut out, you'll want to get the detailed cutting done. When cutting, be sure to remove all of the permanent marker as it saves us from having to clean it off later. I forgot to make some of the necessary cuts in one of the leaves, but I correct it later in the video. Be sure to make the same correction. For texturing parts, I use a variety of things. Try different things, you'd be surprised what can happen. One of the main tools I use is a 1/4-inch dowel rod. The end is sharpened like a pencil, but the point is rounded. My work surface is a 2x4 with a piece of plastic and a piece of leather on it. The leather allows the metal to deform the way we want it to. I create lines from the center out, making sure they aren't perfect. As I said, a variety of tools can be used. Here, I'm using a screen rolling tool. One side has a single wheel and the other has a double. It gives a different look. Be sure to get everything textured at this point. Here I'm correcting my earlier mistake by adding the necessary cuts to the leaf piece. Texture the leaves, make a line down the middle, then lines going out at an angle towards the tip. Once you have all of your pieces cut and textured, we are going to need a hole in each piece. To do that, a thumbtack can do the trick. I use an awl. One thing to be careful of though is that you don't make the hole too big, as your rose will be loose at the end. Next, take 3 pieces of 14 gauge wire, about 18 inches long, and put them into the vise. As you fit the leaves onto the stem, fold over the back edge. You'll notice on the jaw of my vise, I have a piece of copper wire wrapped around the face. It makes holding all 3 of the wires easier. Fit the 3 wires into the drill and turn them slowly. As everything turns, position your leaves how you want them. Twist until your leaves are tight and you're happy with how it looks. Now we will bend down the 2 outside wires in our stem. We will use these to create a mechanical connection later. Next, we'll start adding our layers. Pay attention to which way your pieces are facing as you assemble. Add 1 layer at a time, putting a small dab of CA glue in between each layer. This will help keep everything in place. Once you have all of your layers in place, the center wire needs to be turned down. Using a pair of needle nose pliers, roll it all the way down until it is against your petals. We are finally getting to the good part, shaping. For the first few petals, use the 1/4-inch dowel to curl them up and around. Try to get them tight into the middle. Once the first few are shaped, you can use the previously shaped petals to shape the rest. With all of your petals shaped up, it's time for the leaves. You can shape them by hand, but I prefer to use the needle nose pliers. All we are doing is creating more texture and shape, curling them up into the rest of our pieces. To shape the lower leaves, I fold them towards their center crease and curl down on the edges. The mechanical connection underneath everything is very important. It's what holds everything together. Turn both wires up into the pieces and cut off the excess. Finish shaping your leaves by curling them down, then back up a little. For the petals, fold down the edge and curl it. To shape the stem, use your needle nose pliers and your hands to give it a more natural look. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'd love to see your roses, so please share. And as always, never stop creating. See you next time.